The day I walked into my room to see him with a tampon string dangling out of his mouth.
Hello, guys. It is me, Oompaville. Her little brother did what? Why would you say that? Stop! Oh. Welcome to Animations. I'm your host, Scatman. Today we're reading My Brother Eats My... Oh, God.
If you have a little brother, you've probably been irritated by something he's done.
I don't
have a little brother.
But I do have a big sister, though. And she used to scratch my arm and then convince my mom that I punched her. Never have.
Kinda want to.
I'm gonna confront her right now.
Hello. Hi.
Do you remember when we were kids and you used to convince mom that I punched you and I never did?
Yeah.
All right, that's all I needed to hear.
When you hear what my little brother does, you might not think yours is so bad.
I kind of have an idea. I have an idea.
My brother actually reminded me of our old dog, Lefty.
This is not a good start to a video, guys. This is not a good start. My little brother reminded me of a dog. A dirty, stinky dog!
When Lefty passed away, he must have eaten everything possible by that point.
Rip Lefty.
And he had a real fetish for eating strange things.
Like what? Tell us.
What he liked the most, which happened to be the most problematic, was staples.
Oh.
Boring.
So many things came home with staples in them. Newsletters, booklets, handouts, papers.
What does this have to do with the story? Just get to the part where the boy's eating the stuff and whatnot. I don't care that your dog ate staples.
When my little brother started putting strange things in his mouth, we thought he was imitating the dog.
Watching her tell me this while wearing a pantsuit is really freaking me out a little bit, guys. What is this? The 2016 presidential election? Are you Republicans?
At first, it was simple things,
Right.
just gross food items.
Okay.
He would squeeze the life out of the ketchup bottle and then eat it with a spoon.
I mean, that's not that bad.
Then it was mustard, pretty much any condiment.
Come on. Ketchup's not that bad. Mustard's worse.
We would be at the park, and he'd be putting sand, dirt, grass, leaves in
Right in his mouth. I like
Basically,
this.
whatever he could get his hands on.
I like this. I like this story a lot. I like how happy the dad looks, by the way. He is having a great time watching his son eat dirt. What a story this is so far.
We thought it would get better with age. We thought maturity might curb that impulsivity.
What does he have wrong with him, though?
Instead, the things he put in his mouth just seemed to get stranger and more extreme.
Oh, God.
One day, my mom freaked when she had left my little brother alone for 10 minutes to find
What'd
him
he
in her
eat?
room trying to eat a sock.
What?
She had to pull it out from his throat and said that he was halfway to swallowing it whole.
Dude, what is wrong with this kid, for real? What is he, a f***ing Like, what is he? Is he a house elf? He looks angry. He looks mad. Looks like there's something wrong with him. He was eating a sock. That's a red flag. Who eats a sock? Also, who eats a to be honest.
At that point, my mom and dad were starting to worry there was
He's
some
foul.
kind of disorder or condition at
Yeah,
work.
you don't say.
They took him to a pediatrician, and she examined him, asked him a bunch of questions, and tried to get to the bottom of why he felt the need to try and eat everything.
Right. Why are you eating socks?
Disgusting.
It didn't seem like it had anything to do with actual eating, so the thought was that it was psychological.
I could have told you honestly right now that it was definitely psychological and the boy needs to be wrapped in a tight white coat and tossed in a padded room till the end of his time comes. And I know my shit, all right? I'm a licensed DIY. Whoa! Inside your stuff. What the fuck? Who the fuck's that? What'd you say? What'd you say, Lily?
Shut the fuck up, you stupid little man.
You guys have to smash like, because she just told you to. She totally just told you that, so you have to do it now. All right? Or I'll eat you like little Jimmy eats a sock.
We were told to keep a journal of what he put in his mouth,
what he
and
put in
when
his
he
mouth,
did it,
and when
in
he
case
does,
there were any
are there any
noticeable triggers or patterns.
How did I know what she was gonna say? Also, how is she like standing over a pool?
I am under the water.
We were at the park, all of us, and Connor was sitting in a sandbox.
I've seen this scene before.
We all knew enough to not let him out of our sight for a minute.
Don't eat the sand, Jimmy.
But suddenly, he started coughing, eyes watering, and crying.
Oh no.
He was getting more and more upset, and his eyes were watering more and more.
Oh gosh.
The coughing and sputtering was dramatic. So we all loaded into the minivan
Add some coughing
and headed
effects.
to emergency.
That'll be funny. Caption this image, or else it's the begging section. Caption it. All right. Look at all these comments from the last one, guys. Look at this. This is the caption image. Look at all these comments on this one. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Ah, nah, nah, nah. Ah, ah. Please enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. We have another editor now, and he just had to witness that. So he says to smash the like button too and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
When the doctor came out
What
to
was in his
show
throat?
us, we could see a cluster of small objects
Oh.
sitting in his stomach.
That's not where your stomach is. That's not where your stomach is. Is this where they think the stomach? That's not where the stomach is. The stomach is like here. All right, it's not down here. That's his. I thought he was choking on him.
This time, Connor was sick, so he was potty trained.
Wow, yeah, I hope so. It's pretty old.
Every time he went to the bathroom, one of us had to go with him.
Look in the
When it
toilet
was number
first.
2, the gloves had to go on, and a full examination had to be done.
No! This is disgusting. Any rocks in there? I'd just return him at that point. I would have kept the receipt and I would return that little fella back to where he came. Right back inside there.
Basically, we had to watch him like a hawk.
Is that like a high school football team logo or something?
That's what that looks like.
We had to watch him like a hawk. Red Hot Region 3, baby. I'm a AAA team. I'm gonna throw a touchdown foot score.
Also happened to be the loudest kid around.
Right, he seems like he might have more than just that as a problem, to be honest. I like dirt! I eat sand! Check my poop for rock!
So 2 days after that fateful
Look at him,
day,
he's
Connor
sick.
was straining over the toilet. I called my mom and she came running. Connor was
at him.
crying, which was
Oh.
worrying. We were concerned that it was cutting its way down his GI tract.
Ooh!
From the look of the x-ray,
Right.
there was one larger rock and 2 smaller ones.
Those both look very small from what I saw, but not a doctor. Just a DIY.
When he finished, my mom
Look for a
reached
rock
in,
on the toilet.
scooped out the poop and started sifting through it on a plastic bag. She screamed when she found a rock. She was so happy.
Oh! Connor don't look happy.
There didn't seem to be any tears or cuts, but we were told to bring him
That's
in
good.
after passing each.
Yo, why does the doctor look like a monkey though?
Look at this monkey.
For real, he looks like a capuchin monkey. Who gave that capuchin monkey a degree?
The doctor figured the other 2 would come out easily,
Right.
and they did the next day.
Ah!
But lived in fear of him eating something really serious.
You think he'd learn his lesson after that point?
His awful habits seemed to be tapering off a bit as he got older, and the next year, he only ate a couple of inappropriate things, as
Really?
far as we knew.
Right.
We thought maybe
right,
we
right,
were
right,
in
right.
the clear.
Okay.
The day I walked into my room to see him with a string dangling out of his mouth, I thought, oh, great, we're back.
So it begins.
I yanked it out of his mouth and ripped the box
Pull
out
that
of his
string
hand.
out of there. Stupid dummy! Take
Ran
him back to the
downstairs
sand
tell
pit.
my mom, and she almost started crying. It was at that moment that I realized how stressful this was for my mom.
I mean, honestly,
Who cares about your mom?
I got a lock put on my door and suggested we do the same with every room in the house, but it kept the things in the bedrooms out of Connor's reach.
wouldn't want little Connor to be able to grab a hold of mommy's lightsaber, you know? Swallow that thing whole. Accidentally enable it while it's in his gut. Etiquette. No. I have the...
And the areas we had to watch him in, the living room and kitchen, were more containable and manageable.
Right.
Connor seemed to have developed a taste for my toys, and sadly, one had escaped from my purse one day.
That's disturbing.
Connor ended up grabbing it and swallowing it before I had even realized what happened.
And then it ballooned up in his stomach.
He was choking. He started to turn red, then blue.
Yeah.
We had all taken first aid
I'm
in
gonna
anticipation of a moment like this,
Say that he
so I was somewhat
maybe...
prepared. I grabbed Connor
maybe
from
should be
behind,
locked
wrapped
up
my
after
arms
this.
around him, and started to squeeze
look at
as
the
hard
animation.
as I could.
This is extremely dramatic.
When the tampon shot out and hit the wall, it slid down with a disgusting sound.
Yeah, I bet.
I called my mom right away, and luckily, she was just around the corner. I saw her really lose her temper.
Smack him. Smack him. Child abuse.
She grabbed Connor and started to shake him. "What's wrong with you?" she screamed. She was losing it.
Oh,
The
gosh.
pressure of waiting for your child to choke every second was taking its toll.
Stuff a tampon in her.
Or something.
I don't know if that would help.
Connor wasn't used to being yelled at or handled that way, so he started bawling.
Sounds like he needs to be handled that way a little bit more.
I took Connor into the next room and tried to calm him down.
Oh my. He was eating your stuff!
Actually felt sorry for him.
Why?
I quietly asked him why he had picked that up and put it in his mouth, and he answered simply, "Because I wanted to."
Okay, yeah, throw him out the back.
Well, as long as you have a good reason, I said.
That's not a good reason. That's not a good reason. That's a bullshit reason. Why'd you rob that bank? Because I wanted to. Why'd you expose yourself to minors?
My mom had calmed down and apologized over and over again to both of us.
Right. Don't do that.
I told her
You
it
don't
was
need to do
okay
that.
and that she didn't
It
have
is
to.
okay. Don't
I told her I would
apologize.
have lost it long ago if Connor were
Totally,
my kid.
totally in the right. Connor should be tossed out the window. Bury him.
It wouldn't have taken
6
much
foot
longer
deep.
before he lost consciousness. I was
Right,
sure
right,
of
right.
that. Seeing his lips turning blue
You're the
made me
hero.
realize how precious those moments are.
Look at her
Those
talking.
moments to respond. I thought about how awful it would be for someone to walk into a house like ours too late.
Right, that would suck, actually. I feel like an idiot now.
Until that point, I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't care.
When someone asked what he had eaten, I got quite the laugh when I said, one of my tampons. I still look back on that day and wonder what path I would have gone down if Connor hadn't eaten my tampon and almost choked on it.
I'm 30 and I wet the bed.
Dude, what the fuck?
I have a feeling that this truly will be a hashtag real amazing story, guys. Smash like.
Hashtag real amazing story.
It is embarrassing at any age, but I am
Yes.
30 and I
Right.
wet the bed.
Okay.
You heard it right the first time.
Right.
I mean,
Did I?
bedwetting is okay for a while when you are
For a stupid
Giant.
What is that, a 300-pound baby or what? For total transparency, I have wet the bed at a older age than that. When I was 13 years old, I had a dream that I was peeing on the couch. I was sleeping on the couch. I had a dream that I peed. Wasn't a dream. The end of the story. I actually peed on the couch and I was like, this feels great. It's so warm. And then I woke up and I was like, wow, I peed on the couch. And I'm like 13 years old. This is really weird.
It again becomes acceptable when you
Right.
get
When
older
you're old
for
and
both men and women.
Incontinent.
However,
old
30 is not one of those acceptable
wrinkly.
ages. And
Yeah.
it makes life quite inconvenient.
Living hell.
I'm not sure
okay.
which is worse, being a 30-year-old virgin or a 30-year-old bedwetter. Luckily, I only
Probably-
have one of these things to worry about.
Did you have to slam dunk all the virgins out there? Luckily, I only have one of these things to worry about, you fucking stupid virgins. It's like throwing a hot dog down a dark tunnel. I've got no worries. I've had plenty of partners. Just in case you were wondering. We weren't wondering. Shut up!
It didn't start until I was 28 years old.
Oh,
At
so
first,
recently.
it would only be more of a
Drip,
leak
drip.
instead of a full urination.
Oh,
I could
like
tell
that.
it was
I like that
happening in my
animation.
sleep, and I could catch
Okay.
it in time to make it to the bathroom.
Right. Oui.
As time went on, the leak got
Oh, I love that.
larger,
That
and I could
time.
no longer make it to the bathroom before peeing down my leg.
Yo, that's dope.
Maybe go to the doctor, to be honest.
I would just wake up knowing that I would be in a full-blown puddle of piss.
What the? A full-blown puddle of
Piss in my room.
I am 28 and I pee everywhere all the time.
What made matters even worse was that I was in a new relationship when this started to happen.
Not with Chad.
It used to be an occasional occurrence,
Chad's
so
got something
dating
wrong with his
wasn't
face,
so
though.
bad. Even when we started getting serious,
Right.
things were still occasional. So I thought the
Right.
situation could stay manageable.
Okay, that makes sense.
Gotten to the point where we were staying together on a regular basis.
He
Either
does look
his
very
place or
understanding.
mine.
Chad
And
does.
that's when it happened. I should have known it was inevitable, and I should
Wee,
have
wee,
told
wee,
him what
wee,
was going
wee.
on.
You definitely
However,
should have,
this
or
was
gone to the
really my
hospital.
first serious relationship,
At 30? That's
but
weird.
I did not have the nerve to tell him.
Yo, what's she doing with her arm, by the way? Is she like guiding traffic? I was hoping for marriage, but all I got was a giant
Puddle of piss, and that's on God, baby girl.
Sorry to steal your moves, Uncle Ron, but, you know.
It would not be long before
That's
I couldn't
perfectly
make it to the
reasonable.
bathroom with him there, and
Okay.
my awful secret was exposed.
Did you go
There
on
we
him,
both
though?
laid in a fresh
Oh.
puddle of steaming urine.
Oh!
He only asked if it was his or mine. I
Oh,
answered
my.
bashfully that it was mine as I excused myself to the bathroom to change.
Steaming urine. You could find a man who's into that, though. There are people who are into waking up in a big puddle of steam, a big lake, an acre pond, big puddle. The dam bursts and you just wake up in a steaming just of urine. At least she doesn't shit the bed. That's worse.
We didn't really talk
Clean
about
up
it
the
much,
shame.
just kind of laughed it off as if
Yeah,
it
that
were
is
some
awkward.
bizarre one-time occurrence.
It's not. It's normal for her.
And I didn't also have to bear the shame of ruining his mattress.
Dude, does her mattress smell like piss or what, though, dude? I bet she smells like a New York City alleyway. Her whole house, her room, and everything.
A week went by and he wanted to stay at his place.
Okay, that's
I
awkward.
dreaded the thought, but feared losing
That's
my
awkward.
relationship. So I
fair.
spent the night at his house
Let's have a sleepover!
with a promise to myself that I would stay super vigilant and rise at the very first feelings.
Right.
Didn't work. With
Oh,
no way to
that's
explain
oh,
this
it's
as
green
a
now.
one-time.
It's green now. Go to the
He giggled
hospital.
at first, but then when he saw the tears, he knew it was not a laughing matter.
It is, yeah. It is a laughing matter, though. To be honest, I mean, you're literally just leaving giant green snail trails everywhere you go. It's disturbing. Wear a diaper? Just an idea, you know. They kind of figured this thing out when babies, they just shit and piss everywhere. They kind of figured out this thing that you can just put the diaper on them, and then they don't. You know, crazy idea, I know, but I mean, I'm wearing a diaper right now. I'm not. That was a bit. I'm not actually wearing a diaper.
The minute it became way too much was the night he told me he had something for me. We were
no.
at
A
his
diaper.
house. Of course, he said that he had bought something for me and that it was in the bathroom.
No way.
There the package sat in all its
Yes!
glory on the bathroom vanity.
I told you!
Adult diapers.
Yes!
Granted, they were the new slim and pretty one. But can they really be pretty?
Yeah.
Past the point of horrified, I packed the diapers in my bag and left in tears.
What? She seems like a kind of a bitch, to be honest.
I just haven't answered his text yet.
Why?
I'm going to the doctor tomorrow.
Oh.
And I guess I will just take
should've-
it all from there.
You should have gone to the doctor 2 years ago.
To watch
Yo,
more animated story videos like this, hit that subscribe button.
I'd rather not ever watch one of these animated story videos like this ever again. But also, go ahead and subscribe to Oompaville. So, what was the story? I like the one where he ate tampons better. Daddy's hot, and he's roaring to go. Hello, my name is Gabriel.